This update is for Tuesday, the 22nd of November, 2022. Sorry I didn't put out the end of the day updates last night. I've got a lot going on with family, the holidays. It's an abbreviated week. Let's start there. Remember, today's the last real full day of trading. You'll have a day tomorrow of trading, but a lot of people will be gone. They're taking off for the holiday. Then you enter those abbreviated trading hours on both Thursday and Friday in the futures markets. Please understand that the electronic markets will be open. A lot of things will be closing early on Friday. And then Sunday night, we start getting back to normal. So I'm taking advantage of that. As you know, I'm a workaholic, but got to get things done. Got a lot of people coming in from out of town, a full house here. So it's a lot of fun for me, and I hope for you. Okay, so it's interesting. China's cases continue to soar in the COVID, and yet the market's sort of taking it in stride. Energy prices are higher, and I'm telling you, they're locking down more cities right now, and they're approaching the April numbers of a record amount of COVID. So it's not as though there's a lot, and they haven't changed their policy. Some cities are locking down. Grain's up a little bit as the dollar is weaker today. You can see that. So yesterday's one-off, very typical. You get events, you get thinner holiday trade, people's minds aren't on things, and the question is that a stumble? Well, big question is, was that the break low in the dollar, and is it coming back up? Those are things we're going to have to ask ourselves. In the metal markets, it's time that you pay attention. We're going to be leaving the December futures very shortly. It'll be over the next few days here. I've already made the move into the March wheat and corn, March cotton, switching over to the January in the nat gas. Bitcoin up a little bit, did get down to the 15,000 level, getting a bounce in the market. You've got to pay attention to that. Today is an interesting day. If I drop down to the bottom, you got Loretta Mester talking and James Bullard today. And Esther George is going to speak. You got a lot of Fed talk going on today. Is Mr. Bullard going to clarify, do what with his statement? The 5.25% to 7% number. Will he clear up the 7% number that he might have to go up, that we might have to go up to if inflation gets sticky? Hard to tell. Red Book sales. These numbers will continue to compress right in through 2023. And the reason is you got to look at where we were in COVID when you go a year ago. To 2021, very important, and you see where the differences come in. The Richmond Fed will update their monthly manufacturing sector index for November at 9 o'clock. Analysts expect the November number down a -8 compared to the down -10, so still not positives, and that's what the market wants to see. API numbers, as you can see, they're going to come out at 3:30 today. And in China, as I said, they reported some 27,000 cases for yesterday. That's shy of the previous record reached in April, but they're probably going to go right through that. And obviously, local authorities are tightening everything down one more time. You also have to pay attention to that. So how do you handle these markets? Well, I think you handle them and understand you trade lighter at the time of a holiday. Now, again, I'm going to repeat. One of the biggest factors I use in markets like this are Bollinger Bands with the combination of momentum, the enhanced Bollinger Band course I have. To learn more about that and how you can learn from this 13-part video series, just look at this. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time, and on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, If you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein, on the road to your education.